What was the worst part of the Trump administration for you?
Oh my goodness. That's a hard one.
What was the worst part of the Trump administration for you?
Oh, so many. I think just his whole attitude, what he said about minorities, what he said about Hispanics, all of the language that he's used that dehumanizes, because this is the first step towards fascism, is to dehumanize your enemies, to make them seem less than human. And I think this was, for me, the worst aspect of the Trump administration and continues to be the worst aspect of Mr. Trump and his ilk.
I guess it was waking up here early every morning on Crete. And the first thing I was doing was going online to check to see what stupid thing the president of the United States had done while I'd been sleeping.
What was the worst part of the Trump administration for you?
Donald Trump. Everything about the Trump administration, the corruption, the self-dealing, and the appointments of three Supreme Court justices, and his changing the complexion of the federal courts completely.
And also just seeing the reaction from our allies, looking at from the perspective from abroad, how they're laughing at him and how rude he is. I mean, the moment when he's throwing candy down in front of Angela Merkel, Germany's chancellor, and pushing and shoving his way to be in front in the photo ops. And I just was horrified that this man is supposed to be representing me and my country. No. And that those are little things compared to what people in the States were going through. Sitting out COVID here in Greece, I felt so amazed that tiny little Greece is doing such an amazing job. And, the people in the United States, they're doing worst in the world among first world nations. And I put that completely at the responsibility of the Trump administration, just not able to lead in a crisis situation. And it cost people lives.
Everyone who can vote should vote. Americans abroad, go to votefromabroad.org and request an absentee ballot today. Ask for it to be delivered by email.